I want you to think about a scenario with me for a minute. Let's say that you've got 10 people on your staff, and they all show up for work on Monday morning, and they put in a full day's worth of work, and they go home, and then they come back on Tuesday, and Tuesday morning they come in and they work, and then they go to lunch. And then that's it. They don't come back. They're gone for the rest of the week. Now, how devastating would that be for your business? If it was really that obvious, you'd do something about it, wouldn't you? The problem is that your employees are showing up for work, but they're not working all of the time. The average employee works about 30% of their capacity, 30%. And what's worse is they know it. When interviewed, over 80% of employees say they can do a better job. What do you do to make your company the kind of company that attracts the top talent, that brings in people who want to come work for you? It brings out the best in them. They get very excited about working with you and what you've got going on and where your company's headed, and you keep them and they stay with you for a long time. What do you do about that? How do you get there? All right, and then the second thing, the second main point for management to be concerned about is recognition and rewards. But it's not the recognition and rewards that you normally think about. Normally you think about money. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the kind of recognition that's part of the job, of just showing someone that you appreciate the work they did, so that your team is responsible for recognition more so than the manager is. When you have 5 people working on a project and you need this person's work to get done before this person's work can start, when she gets done, you acknowledge it. Say thank you. Okay, great. Now we can move on to the next step. Right? That's the kind of recognition we're talking about, the kind that just fosters teamwork. When you talk about things like Employee of the Month or some sort of bonus and ranking and rating your people, then you're putting your people in competition with each other. That's the worst thing you can do. You don't want your staff to be fighting and competing with each other. They should be fighting and competing with your external competitors, right? What you want is your staff to be helping each other. And so the rewards need to be open to all, because the moment there's a clear winner, then everybody else is a loser. And how many of you want a team full of losers? Nobody. All right, so throw out the Employee of the Month, throw out the bonus awards, or if you have those, make them a small part of your business. It's the team building and the team recognition and reward that's really going to help you. All right, so not everybody is going to be that successful person at retirement. You know, most people are working until the day they die and they have nothing to show for it. But some people have it all. Right? And so what is that? What's the difference? What makes some succeed and some fail? And so we did a lot of studying of successful businesses, and we learned that there are really 3 things that you need to do. So here's what we know. The first is that masterminding works. Have you guys all heard of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich? Have you guys all heard of that? Okay, so this is the Bible of small business. We know it works. So we pull it together with people who are very interested in brainstorming ideas and taking action and getting it going. So that's one of the key principles of success. The second thing we know is that personal development and growth are critical. You have to work on yourself. You have to continue to expand your knowledge, make yourself a better, bigger person, and your business will follow. There's a book called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, and he says that you do not attract that which what you want, you attract that which you are. Right? And so by making yourself a bigger, better person, you will bring more into your life. And the third thing that we know is that your business is only going to grow if you can pull yourself out of the day-to-day firefighting and the day-to-day operations every once in a while, once a month, and focus on thinking strategically. So I'm going to challenge each and every one of you. If you don't have a vision right now for your business, if you don't have that goal of where you're headed, then create it, right? Create it, share it with your teams. If you were lucky enough to have employees, and I use that word lucky kind of facetiously, share it with them. But that is really, when you have that vision, that's what drives everything and all of the decisions you make. So if you don't have one, then please create one.